But I was thinking about another thing that this is a good thing. My two parents were like night and day when it comes to a lot of things in life, as y'all can see right now by me displaying them on social media. My dad is a man, has always been a man of very few words. He don't say much at all. He's not a big talker. He's very prideful. He's very reserved, very conservative, all of those things, right? Not my mom. And then the other difference in the two of them is their energy when it comes to, like, confrontation or whatever. My dad is not a confrontational man because he ain't talking. He ain't saying much. And he going to walk away from mostly everything. My father's going to always probably choose the high road. He always taught us that as long as a person is not putting their hands on you, then it don't matter what they say or do as long as they don't come over here. Daddy has always been like, as long as you can say whatever you want, you can cuss at him, you can say that he's a this, he's a that. My father always taught us that no matter what a person says out of their mouth, that don't make you feel disrespected. We don't care. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't care about that. But what you can't do is put your hands on us, right? And that's when Daddy was like, that's where the buck stopped. There was one time I remember with my father, with a family member, and I won't name the family member. But if some of them see this live, they're going to remember this situation. My father don't be saying nothing to nobody. He don't bother nobody. He has always carried a gun all his life. So if you roll up on him, no matter where he is, at the dry cleaners or picking up his grandkids from school, he gonna be ready, even at 96. So don't even think that you're going to pull up on him in his Corvette or his Mercedes because he old. He is old and he will shoot the hell out of you. He will shoot you. He used to always say to us, listen, I will go to jail for mine. He said, I lived a good life. He don't care nothing about that no more. He's like, I don't care. But he's never going to do anything. My father, I've never even seen my father in an argument with a man or woman. I've never seen any of that. My father has never, but he has a way where everybody in the neighborhood, everybody knew, like, don't fuck with him or his kids or his wife. Just don't do it. And he's never even been in an argument or fight. But there was this one time at our house when we grew up in Kentland, and there was this one time where a family member crossed the line. So a family member, a female, was at our house, and she was disrespectful out of her mouth to my mother. My father don't play that. Like, my mom and dad have their own unique relationship, and they do things their way, and they've been together 60 years and all of that, but they've never been, like, lovey-dovey, none of that kind of stuff that I would have wanted to see from my parents. Okay? Well, what I wanted didn't matter, but I'm still glad that they've been together for 60 years, and they do have an amazing story, right? Well, this one time at our house, a female family member, got out of line with her mouth with my mother. You know, when alcohol gets involved. Back then, everybody used to drink. My mother, yes, y'all, she used to drink. That Jack Daniels, baby, my mother could go, okay? And so back then, you know, the liquor gets to flowing. And one of my family members, one of my cousins, older cousins, I used to call her auntie because older cousins back then, we used to say auntie because they were older, and for a matter of respect, we wouldn't call them by their name. Well, Auntie so-and-so was over there popping off the mouth with my mother, and my father don't be saying nothing. He was being real quiet and hoping that probably they could just handle it themselves. But y'all know my mother don't say nothing to nobody. She don't bother nobody. She got the most calm type of spirit. Like, she ain't cussing at nobody. She ain't doing none of that. So when my auntie kept cussing and stuff and saying these things to my mother, I was about 10, maybe 11, 12, something like that. And we could all sense, well, me and my sister could sense that my father was getting a little agitated, right? But my auntie kept popping off at the mouth to my mother. My mother not saying nothing, but my auntie was like, and da 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 da, and bitch da 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 da. And I think she said the bitch word one too many times. And then she took, back then we had the phones that go, the cords in the wall. The phone is attached to the wall and stuff. And then she snatched it out of the wall because my mom was on the phone. And then she snatched it and said another bitch word or something like that. She said too many bitches to my mother. My daddy got up, like, no, he never even said nothing, y'all. He didn't say, stop talking to my wife like that. Don't say that. He ain't even say nothing. Next thing we know, he slapped her to the floor in our kitchen. No lie. He was like, what? And slapped her down to the floor. I had never seen my dad be physical with anybody in my life. I just knew that he would. We all just knew. It was an unspoken thing. We all knew he would. But I never seen him do it. I've never even seen my daddy in an argument. Well, this day, he slapped her, took his whole hand, and was like, what? And it was a big family rift for a long time because, of course, my auntie, my older cousin, my auntie at that time had kids around my age, a little older. So they all stopped speaking to us. They all stopped coming over. It was just a bad situation that happened. But my dad, he don't play when it comes to us or my mother. And you can only go but so far. The family has since, we're all good now. We all love each other, all of that. But that was a time I remember because they stopped speaking to us. We stopped speaking to them. And it lasted a long time because her kids were in their feelings like, how your father going to slap my mother like that? And, we were in our feelings because we was like, well, how your mother going to be over here cussing my mother out? So it turned out to be a bad day in our family, and it lasted a long time, but we all good now. And I said all of that to say that both of my parents have two different energies. Like, my mom would have never stepped to her. My mom would have never defended herself. My mom never even said anything back. My mom was just sitting there drinking her Jack Daniels. My mom used to smoke cigarettes. She's smoking her cigarettes and just like, whatever, what's never. The same disposition that she transferred over to me. I've never, ever, ever, y'all hear me on this, I have never, I'm 55, I've never, ever, ever been in a fight. Not a real fight. Ever. I've never been in a fight. I've never fought anybody. Nobody has ever. Now, one time, let's see if the power of social media works. Let's see if we can find the one person that I was in a fight with. I was in elementary school, Kentland Elementary. This hair getting on my itch in my chest. I was at Kentland Elementary School. And can y'all see me? Because this is a good story. I was at Kentland Elementary School, and I was walking home, and before school let out, me and my bestie, Sabrina, she on Facebook, me and my bestie was leaving school, and she was talking trash to this boy named Joel, what was his name? Joe Lucas. So Joel, I think it was Joel or Joe Lucas. Joel Lucas, if you are on Facebook, anywhere on Facebook, if anybody remembers Kentland Elementary School, and this would have been back in probably about 1980, 1979, 1980, 1981, around that time. His name was Joel Lucas, really dark complexion little boy. And I think we were in the same grade, or he might have been in a grade higher. But him and Sabrina got into an argument. And Sabrina was like, yeah, well, after school, see me after school. I don't talk trash to people. I wasn't saying nothing. But she my friend. She was my bestie, right? So after school, Joel was waiting. Joel Lucas. Can we find him so that I can make up friends with him now that we 55 years old? Joel Lucas was waiting, not for me, for Sabrina. Sabrina, they ain't want to fight. She ain't want no smoke. And so here go Joel wanting to fight us. Well, I got too much pride to just walk away. So I fight him. So I think. Well, he was fighting me and beating me up a little bit. Fighting a girl, y'all. We was in elementary school. He knocked me down a few times, but I'm coming back trying to fight this boy, and he knocked me down again. He was like fighting me, y'all. And then a neighbor near the school, because we used to walk to school. We didn't catch the bus. So a neighbor that was in the neighborhood, a man, I don't remember him, he came out and saw, he said, listen, he done already knocked you down 2 to 3 times. Stop trying to fight him back. Just go, walk away. Go home. Now, where's Sabrina? Her ass done walked home. She done left me fighting Joe Lucas. So Joe Lucas, that's who we looking for on Facebook. Not to fight him again, but to say, Joe Lucas, why was you fighting me in elementary school, boy, and knocked me down 2 to 3 times, beating me up? And I wasn't even the one who had beef with you. It was Sabrina. Now that we are grown and adults, though, let's find each other so we can all be friends again. So we need to find Joel Lucas, who lived in Kentland. He went to Kentland Elementary School, and he was fighting me. And I think I was in 5th grade, something like that. And we was probably like about 10, 11 years old. So y'all find Joel Lucas so we can see if he remembers. I remember his name, his last name, Joel Lucas. It was either Joel, so Joel, or Joe Lucas. But I remember, I'll never forget it, because that's the only time I've ever been in a fight. I've never been in a fight before. One time in middle school, this girl, I never had issues with people. People just sometimes had issues with me. In middle school, this girl, we can find her too, y'all, Carolyn Morris. Carolyn Morris used to live in Kentland as well. Carolyn Morris, for whatever reason, didn't like me. I've never done anything to her, never said anything to her. I'm like my mom. I don't bother nobody, and I don't want no smoke, and I don't want to fight. I don't. But Carolyn was just always wanting to fight me. So one day she caught me in the stairwell at Charles Curl Middle School by myself. I was like, oh, Lord, she going to try to fight me. And she come all up on me, and I'm like, why are you bothering me? I don't want to fight. I had my books. Like, I was like a bookworm, y'all. You know, I'm the one, I got all my books. And I'm like, I don't want to fight you. What? Leave me alone. And she was just like, no, you, all this old stuff. She pushed me real hard, and my books flew everywhere. My books in the stairwell flew everywhere. She pushed me real hard, and she just kept on shoving me up against the wall. But I was like this. I was like, I'm not going to fight you back. I'm not going to fight you. So she eventually just stopped pushing on me because I wouldn't fight her. But that afternoon, when we got off the school bus, because, see, this was middle school, we caught a bus. So on the school bus going home, my next door neighbor, Yvette, she was going to Largo High School, so she had already heard about what happened at school with me. So Yvette was waiting for the school bus to get home. And when we got home, baby, Carolyn I wonder if she's on Facebook now. Carolyn Morris, y'all, let's find her too. Carolyn Morris, it's all good now. We grown up, so it should be all love with all of us now. But when she got off that bus, my neighbor Yvette was like a sister to me, and she fucked her up. She beat Carolyn Morris up when she got off that bus. And Carolyn Morris she wouldn't even look at me no more in school. Like, when she would see me, she would look the other way, y'all. Like, she ain't want no more smoke from nobody. Because, like, Yvette was like, how you going to want to do that to Terry? Terry don't bother nobody. And I still don't. As a grown woman, I don't like confrontation. I'm like, I'm not fighting nobody. I've never been in a fight. I took on that spirit from my mother. My mother has never been in a fight. My mother's never even been in an argument. The only argument I've ever been in has been in a relationship, like with a man. And even that, I'm usually not. I've only been an argumentative person in my very first marriage. We were in our 20s. I'm not going to even talk about that part of my life. But that's the only time I remember being foul out my mouth, being out of character, all of that. Other than that, Never with me. I'm like my mother. Like, if you ask my mom, she's never probably even cussed anybody out. She's never been mad at anybody. I've never been against anyone. I've never been in an argument or a shouting match. No fight, none of that. My sister took on the traits of my dad, though. My sister Cheryl has been in fights. I remember somebody showed up at our house to fight my sister. And my sister was like, "You gonna come to my house?" And back then you used to put Vaseline on your face. My sister took her jewelry off, put that Vaseline on her face, and she went outside and gave that girl what she came for. My sister, we had to pull my sister off of her. So Cheryl would fight. Not me, though. I ain't doing none of that. No. Never. So I took on the trait of my mom when it comes to that, and my sister took on the trait of my dad. My sister don't want to smoke, but if you bring it, you gonna get it. I don't want to smoke either. If you bring it, you still not gonna get it. If you try, I'm still not gonna fight. I'm still gonna be like, I'm not doing that. I'm not arguing with you. I don't want to be mad with anybody. None of that. I just don't have it. I ain't got it. So I just wanted to share that funny story with y'all this morning.